So today, I'm actually super excited and super thrilled to have an inspiring guest right in front of us, Ashish Kaul. His life has been plagued by a lot of injuries. Despite his injury, he bounced back in no time, and he has done, I would say, a phenomenal journey.
We learn the most from our mistakes. And in this case, it was not a mistake, it was an accident. So I had two very serious injuries. Bouncing back meant a lot of resilience. My first injury obviously was a knee injury, and then I had a second injury on the knee as well. So I had a knee surgery. So one of the reasons why I took up cycling was that there was less strain on my knee. And one of the first tours I did was a tour of Kangra in Himachal. And I did about a 375 kilometers in 3 days. And that was all mountainous terrain. So that was my comeback, 6 to 7 months. That was a challenge I put to myself, that if I want to come out of this knee injury, this is the way I'm going to come out. I came back and I attempted to cycle up to school, my school in Darjeeling. And I remember the challenge I said was, I will cycle up from the Mangpuru, which has a very sharp gradient, along with Gautam Kothari. So let me explain to you, out of this 90 kilometers, 35 kilometers was an ascent of 6,200 feet. So you can imagine the kind of gradient that we were climbing on that cycle and how we managed to go up that 7,500 feet overall to Darjeeling. Took us 10 hours from Siliguri to Darjeeling. And then Gautam kind of motivated me and he said, you know what, if you give up now, okay, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. As long as you're not sick, it's okay. And I remember that stretch when we reached Darjeeling and we reached Jalapar. You know, that finishing moment, I will not forget, because they had, my entire school was there. That was a fantastic moment. It was like defining moment. I still get emotional when I think about it. So this was my second moment when we climbed up. This was a very important moment for me. So that's how cycling happened. And of course, that became a passion. The shoulder was again, my shoulder came off when I was trekking up the Western Ghat while I was trying to reach Ambi Valley from the rear side. And we were climbing a rock and this lady just fell off the cliff and I was holding and supporting her and my entire shoulder came off, while I was still holding on to her. Of course, she was pulled back to safety. But when I had my shoulder surgery, that's when I decided that I need to get back into climbing. I decided that I'm going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. So I said, 7 months from this surgery, I will be on the summit of Kilimanjaro. Those were changing moments because I had to walk the talk. This was the time when I was challenged as well. We'll go back to my summit of Kilimanjaro, where I got high altitude sickness right at the summit, right at the neck of the summit. And the temperatures were about minus 25. And, this was at an altitude of about 19,000 feet. I remember every step was like walking on the moon. That moment when I walked on the glacier to reach the summit was a very, very important moment that I will not forget, because that was the last stretch, mind over matter. So I think my injuries really pushed me to work harder, to overcome the being uncomfortable, as I said. So even in the Ironman, when the car hit me from the back and I said, oh boy, here is where I'm going to get into. So I was doing my Ironman training and this car hit me and I flew off and fell on the car's bonnet and broke my wrist. Thankfully, I only broke my wrist. But I remember continuing my Ironman training and my coach said, continue, doesn't matter. I'll bring your swimming back. I ran with a cling film wrapped around my plaster and I continued running. And I continued cycling indoors because I got onto a trainer. I didn't really need to hold my hand very hard there. And so I think what injuries do, Suresh, is they push you to somehow overcome that hurdle or that challenge that you're facing or that handicap that you're facing. That's what it did to me. It made me even more driven to come out of it. Bouncing back from failures, okay, for that you really need to be, first of all, you need to have desire. Second thing, you need to have belief in yourself. You need to have that belief that, you can do it. And third thing that you need to do is start visualizing your goals. Start visualizing that, next year I'm going to do my Ironman. Next year I'm going to, swim the English Channel. I think what I'd like to tell everyone here is that you have to enjoy what you do. If you are not enjoying what you do, you'll never, do it well. Okay? And always ask yourself, when was the last time I did something for the first time? Because I live on that philosophy.